In this video, we are going to talk about the nuances of blame. So what I mean by the nuances of blame are that a lot of our process of blame is that we can become aware that we're blaming somebody, but then all too often, we can get sucked right into blaming something or someone else. So let me use this as an explanation. I just took a supplement the other day, something I haven't taken before, and I took it late at night, and it kept me up. I had no idea it was going to keep me up. By the time I noticed it was keeping me up, I looked at some of the side effects, and insomnia was one. I was like, well, here I am, blaming, automatically blaming this supplement for keeping me awake. And then what I had to do in that moment was realize I did this. I created this. I am the creator. Believe me, that didn't help. In the moment, it actually made it feel worse. As soon as we start declaring things that are the truth, like straight up the truth, this is the facts, right? I did this. I am the creator. I was attracted to this supplement and I took it late at night. The supplement didn't do anything. But inside of me, it felt like I had been conned. I had been duped. Like maybe the people that sold this to me, they should have put it on the label. Or maybe Amazon should have had it in the description, and da-da-da-da-da. It starts going on in your mind, or my mind. And here we are, being aware and going, nope, I did this. I did this. I did this. And from that place, the first moments feel more uncomfortable. Every single time we take responsibility, it feels more uncomfortable. Think about if you said something that you really wish you hadn't said to somebody, and then you go and you talk to them and you're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I was doing. I really wish I didn't. That's more uncomfortable in the short term, right? But in the long term, taking responsibility and not blaming, or doing your best to notice when you are blaming and reprogramming that by saying, I am the creator, I did this to myself. I am the creator, I did this to myself. From that place, that mantra is going to transform blame completely and entirely from every single facet of anything. Because your reality cannot coexist in I truly believe I am the creator, because that's the fact. It's the fact. There's no two ways about it. The truth of the reality that you are in is you're the creator. And from that place, pulling off that Band-Aid hurts. The Band-Aid of like, oh, they're there. I'm a victim of this bad supplement of a bad company. And maybe that example doesn't really do it justice. Maybe it is more of one where you felt really justified in defending yourself and saying something kind of mean to somebody. Then by saying something kind of mean, after you thought about it and you're like, did I really need to say that? No, probably not. Once again, it's the same thing where in the moment, it feels good to blame. Right? In the moment, it feels good to defend. I'm defending myself from this idea because there's discomfort. So if the discomfort is my own responsibility, it's going to make that discomfort feel worse in the short term. So what do? We just feel it and we let ourselves go through that experience. Almost every person is trying to dodge the responsibility and just continue on blaming, because in the moment, it requires more energy. It's kind of like the studies that they've done with the kids and, willpower, where like you can have one or you can have two. And we always want the short-term gain. So when we become more conscious, we can apply this to every single thing. What we do is we omit the short-term gain. And what we do is we start prioritizing the long-term gain. And the short-term gain, it feels better in the moment. The long-term gain feels worse in the moment. The short-term gain feels worse in the long term, and the long-term gain feels better in the long term. And you can apply this exactly to everything, like finances. You can apply this to diet. You can apply this to how you handle your emotions. You can do it anything, literally anything. I believe that this is what the awakening process is all about. Literally just seeing that if I do everything so that I am doing the thing that is the long-term gain, because my short-term gain is completely unconscious, if I have a prioritization towards greed or a prioritization towards offloading my emotions or a short-term idea that this big quantity of bad food is a good idea, all of these things are going to essentially lead us into nothing good, just a perpetuation of the same thing. Because as humans, we're just a repetitive pattern of programs. That's all we do, is repeat patterns over and over and over again. So if we find ourselves repeating patterns over and over and over again, we must disrupt the pattern. And the pattern disruption, in this case, and in every single case, has to do with, as a human, we can see we prioritize short-term gains. So we must be conscious, we must be aware, and we must start feeling that discomfort in the moment when it sucks. And yeah, if you do that, things are going to be good. If you want to learn more, or if you want to hop on a call with me, click the link in the description. See you in the next video.